What is happening, Magnusites? So, sit back, relax, and it's time for X-Men Apocalypse movie review from the layman. You know, I'm not a movie critic. I'm a regular guy that goes to the movies and gives his review. So I'm a little bit different. And I think we'll do this mullet style. Review in the front, spoilers in the back. So I'll tell you when the spoilers are coming. Alright, so first off, I guess you could say I'm a little biased, but I always give Bryan Singer a fair chance. Like, I have seen every movie, every superhero movie that he has directed. Okay, so I always go with an open mind. But after a few of the movies, even the second X-Men movie, and then he let me down with Superman Returns, and it has become a thing with me that when I do go, and I know he's directed it, excuse me, I am not expecting to thoroughly enjoy the movie. I always expect the movie to have its high points with me that are here and there, but not really worth buying the movie or going to see the movie again. You know, it's just I don't know what it is about those damn movies. And I heard someone say one time, they said he doesn't make superhero movies. He makes dramas with superheroes in them, and that could be the issue. Although I did like Days of Future Past, it just was so damn gloomy and sad and horrible that I was kind of like, damn, why couldn't this have been more upbeat? And I would have absolutely bought this, But that's the only movie out of the movies that he's directed that I liked. No, not even X2. I don't like him. I already told you all this. All right, so going in with an open mind, caught me a matinee, a 1:40, sat down, and first off, I'd like to say I did like the story. And Apocalypse was ominous. He was menacing. I definitely would be afraid of him in real life. And I actually found myself siding with him when he did something, in the middle of the movie. I probably would have been one of the 4 horsemen. Yeah. Woo! But one thing, the scale. Apocalypse, from what I understand, is not small. Apocalypse heightened weight. And, that type of weight, that type of villain, is I don't think should be that small. I'm sitting here trying to find it right here, and it's not telling me. But it took away from how scared of him you should be. I get it. There's certain villains in movies that he's 7 foot and he's 300 pounds. Okay, so there we go. There's certain characters in films and anime and whatever have you that when they're small, it's usually meant that they have streamlined themselves for efficiency and stuff like that, like a Frieza, something like that. But Apocalypse was never that, So, when you see him to scale with other people, you're like, my God, he's the smallest bitch there. But it still worked. He still worked. Oscar Isaac did a good job playing him. The rest of the movie, they're all running around recruiting everybody. He's recruiting the four horsemen. He's recruiting them. He wants to make a world a better place. And of course, the X-Men are getting together and gathering people, and You know, and in the middle of this movie, you know, there's the story of Magneto. He's settled down. He's living a regular life. He's got a wife and child, and something tragic happens. And I would have did the same damn thing if I was him. At that moment, what he did, I would have did too. I like Magneto so much. I love his character because he's not this fucking you know how people think Batman isn't supposed to kill, you know what I mean? Yet he's always fucking killing, and he has killed directly and indirectly in the comic books. And everyone, for some fucking reason, and I don't know if it's the Super Friends or something, I don't know what it is. You know, he says he's got that role, but he still does it, okay? But the thing is, he's a Batman that kills. And what I mean by that is, he's not just a straight villain, and he's not just a straight good guy, and he's not always a fucking anti-hero. He's always playing one of the three at some point, you know? And I like that he's real. He's real. He did what anybody else most likely would have done, especially a man that has stopped doing what he was doing, settled down, tried to make a life for himself, and he fucking snapped. And Apocalypse took advantage of that. Okay. Love Magneto. And then there's Storm. I don't exactly like how they did Storm, you know, and you know, there's a certain part where you see how she got a certain feature, which is something that was done in another X-Men movie, and that's not how it really was. And I'm not the guy that nitpicks, but I just didn't like it because it was too similar to what happened in another X-Men movie. I was like, yeah, I know what's gonna happen. Q, there it is, right? That's what's gonna happen, right? Angel, I've never really cared for Angel. I didn't really like what they did with him. I did like Nightcrawler in there. I liked how they used him. I liked his personality. Cyclops, I liked how they used him. You know, showing his power and everything. And, you know, he got a few moments to shine, which is different than the other X-Men movies because they focus so much on fucking Wolverine that they forget that Scott Summers is still the fucking man, you know, and if they would allow him to be the Cyclops that we know that he is, he could end up being a crowd favorite if you do it that way, you know what I mean? Psylocke. And really, you know, she had the cool blade and everything, but I didn't really like how, you know, she was alright, you know? And I gotta say, they didn't use Mystique as much as I was afraid that they would use her. I was actually kind of okay with the amount that they used her in it. Professor X, I thought he always does, that man always does a good job playing that part. Let me see, what else? I'm trying to go through, you know, okay, so the two shining moments in the movie to me was, and if, first off, this is not a spoiler, okay? It's not, because if you've seen the trailers, then you already know he's in the movie. So what I'm about to say is not a spoiler. So for those of you that haven't seen the trailers, you might not want to listen to this part, okay? But if you've seen the trailers, then you know he's in there. Wolverine, he is in the movie. And when they introduced him, it was a little lackluster. I was kind of like, I didn't get excited. Like, it wasn't the Tyrone Magnus pop. Like, woo! No, it wasn't. But as that part progressed, I was like, God damn. Okay. Yeah, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. So, Wolverine definitely shined. Opens, oh God, the way they did it, it just opens up for so many movies with him. And of course, Quicksilver, just like he shined in X-Men Days of Future Past. And I love how they introduced him into the scene where he shined. It was just so fucking cool. And I was like, why did that Stop. Man, he killed it, man. He really fucking killed it. Oh, I loved how they did that, man. He is the shining jewel of the movie again. And yes, he deserves his own standalone. You know what I mean? So all in all, I gotta say that I give the movie 2.5 out of 5 woos, because I found myself yawning a lot in the movie. I was yawning a lot, and which means I was getting bored, which means I wasn't excited. Some people say the movie has pacing problems. Some people says it has different, it's slow, it has its lulls and stuff. But all in all, it's like if I was Jeremy Jahns, I'd be like, it's a good time if you're drunk. Yeah, not to party. It's like, if I was drinking and watching it, if I was drinking and someone said, yo, put on that, I'd be like, alright, let's watch it. You know what I mean? So that's my review. Now, spoiler talk. Ready? Engage. Alright, so, you know what? I'm just going to talk about little different parts, and I'm just going to, you know how I do. I float around. I'm not a movie critic. I'm not, hugely organized. It's just a layman talking, okay? So, I thought it was kind of weird how, remember when they introduced Apocalypse, or when he found Storm, and he saved her from the dude that was going to cut her hand off for stealing? Yeah, he locked all those dudes' heads off with sand or something like that. I thought that was kind of weird, because didn't right before that, in the scene right before that, Magneto, was that it? Magneto beheaded on? There was some beheadings or something that happened back to back. I thought it was really weird that they threw it in there like that. You know what I mean? Anyway, he was walking through the streets all purple and painted up. And I was like, right, can't nobody see your face underneath that damn hood. I didn't like how they, by the way, I'm gonna be all over the place. I didn't like how they had Storm's hair turn white from Apocalypse bringing out her true power. Because the same fucking thing happened with Rogue in the first X-Men movie, right? Or second, not first. I don't fucking remember. I think it's the first one, right? I don't never watch them. I've only seen them maybe once or twice. Apocalypse's powers were just if they were so powerful that it's like he didn't need the Four Horsemen. He's just, everything he was able to control was just like, okay, he's got his Four Horsemen just to do his bidding whenever he gets a chance. When he's not doing nothing, he can delegate, and he can have them take care of other things for them. You know what I mean? I hated Magneto's helmet in this fucking movie. I thought they were gonna give him his aura of power that's always surrounding him. But they did it in a different way, and they made it metal. That shit was crazy, wasn't it? He was pulling all the metal through the earth. You know what I mean? And then to himself. That was nuts. And yes, I was on Apocalypse side. At first, I thought he was going to destroy. I thought he was going to do the whole order out of chaos thing. But no, he got rid of all the nuclear weapons. I'd have been a Four Horsemen. Apocalypse came to me and be like, hey, everybody right now, my name is Apocalypse Flare, and I want you to be my AA, Arn Anderson. Tyrone, do you want to join the Four Horsemen? Yeah. Woo! I've been like, yeah, you got it. You got it, Rick. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he was a little wild, That part was crazy with how he destroyed Auschwitz. I wonder if anybody's going to be sensitive about that scene. That would be kind of interesting. I would assume there would be Jewish folks would be like, you hell yeah, that's right, destroy it. You know what I mean? Quicksilver off the fucking chain. I loved that. He saved all but one, maybe, right? From that explosion. That was great. Though, yo, I gotta tell you this. I tip my hat to Singer. I take my hat off also to how he does Speed. I really love how he does Quicksilver's speed. That is one thing that, for me, that he definitely has. Like, I mean, he does Speed better than they do Speed on the Flash series. You know what I mean? Like, he nailed it. And if I want to see if directors bite his style for Speed, with with the Flash in movies coming, I love Zack Snyder's beautiful eye he has for cinema. I love it. I don't care what the fuck the rest of y'all say. This is my opinion, okay? I can like whatever I want to like. I can like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I can like Batman v Superman because it's my opinion. It's subjective. So you guys that come to my channel are like, yeah, he hated this, but he liked this and that. What the fuck? There is no what the fuck. It all makes sense because it's my opinion, okay? One man's opinion, okay? Doesn't have to make sense to you, okay? There are plenty of people out there that likes particular movies that I hate, and I let them be. There's no what the fuck, no. Because just because I like this doesn't mean I'm gonna like that. Like, I had a girlfriend one time that just swore, just because I liked apples, and sometimes I ate applesauce, that I liked apple pie. That doesn't mean just because I like apples, which is the base, that I have to like everything else. That's like, there is no what the fuck. Okay, that's all in how it's prepared. So just because I like one movie doesn't mean I'm gonna like another. Or just because I dislike one movie doesn't mean I'm gonna like another or dislike another or whatever. Okay, it doesn't matter. It's my opinion. It's subjective. It's all in how it's made. Goddammit. So anyway, I'm looking forward to see how Zack Snyder is going to do Speed with his beautiful eye for the cinema. But anyway, yeah, I mean, they supposedly killed him in the end. I don't know if Apocalypse has ever been killed because I'm not so steeped in the lore of X-Men. I don't know everything about X-Men like that. X-Men was always kind of like a side thing that I knew about and read sometimes when I was younger. But I always read Spider-Man. Spider-Man I was huge into when I was a kid, so I don't know much about X-Men lore. But Scott Summers definitely got to shine with that. I really like how they did that, I thought it was kind of weird what Magneto was trying to do. I guess he was trying to throw the metal through him the whole time, and he was just somehow just destroying it all as it came at him and shit. And I don't know, man. Just so many things going through my head. Angel was just fucking... he's like in a joking manner in a way, the way they've done him. He's just like the Aquaman of the X-Men. It's like, what the fuck? Okay? Yeah, he's got wings. Alright, what else? So they made Archangel out of him, and I don't know, man. It's just... See how Apocalypse was making their suits with his hands? Yeah, he's doing that. I was like, God dang, he can do anything. This dude is incredible. And yes, he should have definitely been bigger, because it was just, he was almost troll-like, wasn't he? Didn't you remind you of something out of the Lord of the Rings, like the trolls with the helmet? And like he reminded you of a troll. Like he wasn't big enough, And, Apocalypse, as much as I fucking hate him, I hate him as a villain. I hate his fucking lips run up his face. I hate him, and his fucking voice and his beady fucking eyes. I hate him. But anyway, he's still fucking scary. If he was in real life, I'd be fucking shitting my pants if I saw him, And, the way they made up Oscar Isaac, he was still, he'd scare you more by doing something than by seeing him at first. At first you think, well, it was this sideshow, But then when he does something, his eyes start glowing white and he make your drawers fall off your pants, something like that, And I just randomly thought that he'd make your drawers fall out through your pants. It just has sand, you know. I was just wearing drawers. How'd you do that? You know what I'm saying? That might scare you. You know, you don't know if you're about to take your ass or what. Anyway, let me get back on track here. You know, it's just it wasn't, you know. By the way, Phoenix, I liked her in this. I liked her. Jean Grey, I liked how they did her. And I loved that. I knew it was going to be an explosion of Phoenix power at the end. I knew that they were going to do that with her. And that was really cool how they did that. I really did like how they did that. And they used her to kill him, help kill him and everything. It was good. So post all your comments down below. Let me know what you all thought. You know, hey, it is what it is. You know, we're all human beings. We're all entitled to our opinions. We're all not going to like what everyone likes, and you can't please everyone. So post all your comments down below. Let me know what you all thought. If you enjoyed my video, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. If you did not, hit the like button, subscribe, and share, or I'm gonna apocalypse your draws off. 1 million subscribers. Woo! You may now subscribe.